Lekker legendes.
Hallo, dis alweer seker tyd, dis naweek, dis Lekker TV, ek is Barney Simon. We have a legend here with me today. They had a number 2 hit in the UK. Was it the 50s, 40s?
Don't go so far back, darling.
Jy weet nie wie dit is nie. I think it was in the 80s, we'll find out. A band called Cloud.
70s.
In the 70s, I heard a little birdie in the corner. Cindy Alter is here. She's going to play some songs for us. We're going to talk about her new book, and we're going to talk about her brand new CD. Will she be playing that song Substitute on guitar? We'll have to wait and see. Cindy Alter, respect, my darling. How are you?
Always good to see you, Barney, because you've been around as long as I have.
I don't tell anybody about that. We've been around you've been around the block, but you own the block, you see?
Yeah, I know. I bought the couple of blocks. No, I didn't. Don't you remember I lost that all our money was stolen?
Yes.
We didn't buy any blocks of anything.
Yeah.
A block of chocolate, maybe.
So you started out, the first band you were in, sort of a rock and roll band before Cloud was formed. Do you want to talk about that? What kind of music did you play?
Well, the first band, I was 16, I was at school, and we used to play Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, all that kind of stuff. So it was the heavier rock band. And that's where I learned how to sort of project it. Instead of just being a singer, I was a singer. You know what I'm saying? So
Sort of attitude on stage.
attitude on stage.
What was the
there
band
a
called?
Called Shunt.
Shunt, okay.
And
Be careful how
shunt,
you say
I know
that.
that. I have to be. That's why I moved my sweet in my mouth. Shunt.
So what happened? Who came up with the idea, an all-girl band?
It was Glenda, whose name was Hyams at the time. Glenda Hyams, Lee Tomlinson, and Ingy Bruff. So those were the 3 girls. They'd been playing on the circuit with different bands for quite some time. They were the pros. They had been around. And I think they'd been talking about it, and Glenda came up with the idea. She was calling around, asking people in the industry, do you know of any guitarists? Do you know of any singers? And she was really looking for a rhythm guitarist who could sing harmonies. So I believe it was Trevor Rabin or Trevor Gordon, one of the Trevors, told her about me. She called me, I went for an audition. She said, yes, you can be in the band. I said, great. She said, we're starting rehearsals immediately. I said, well, I'm going on tour with the Bats. I was going on tour with them to the border. Remember the border days?
Yeah, Boetie gaan border toe.
Yeah,
né?
Boetie gaan border toe. Boetie gaan border toe. And so she said, sorry, but we're starting rehearsals now, so you can't be in the band. But can we borrow your microphone? I said, no, you can't borrow my microphone unless I can be in the band. Oh, all right, you can be in the band. It was literally like that. And that's how I got in the band.
And the name of the band, who came up with
That
Cloud?
was Graham Beggs. That was our manager. Him and his mates used to say, oh, the chick needs a clout, you know what I mean? So Clout became the name.
And you guys sold how many millions?
Well, up to now, about 12.5 million records.
12.5 million records. Absolutely amazing. And you were big stars all over
Big
the world,
stars,
on
pop
television.
stars,
We're going to talk
yeah.
about that later on. And all the bands that you played with as well, shared a stage with.
We had some great
But
times.
this song that you're going to do on your guitar now, it brings back good memories. I've never actually heard the acoustic version. So it is a first on this show.
Okay.
Substitute got to number 2 in the UK.
Yes.
What was number 1? 1970 or was it 80?
It was 78, and
Yeah.
it was the one that I won from Greece.
Oh, it was a tough one too.
It was a tough one because the movie was so huge, and that song came shooting up from the top and went bam, shot us
Okay.
off the number 1 position.
Do you still remember the words?
Of you're the one that I won. You're the one that I won.
But you're gonna have to do Substitute now. Do you still know the words? You have to, Sydney.
Barney,
Come
do
on.
you know how many times I've sung that song in my life? People, let me tell you, probably millions. Still to this day, when I came back to live in South Africa after I was in America, I didn't even do one cover song in my life. There I was only doing my own stuff. I came back here, everybody says, you've got to do Substitute. I said, are you mad? I haven't done it for 20 years. No, you have to do it. And so I had to do it.
Right, the legend Cindy Alter. She's going to do Substitute now. This song got to number 2 in the UK. Should have been number 1 all over the world. Just one of those things. Take it away, Cindy.
Sam, you've been waiting much too long
outside, hoping to see her face. Ah, you might as well forget about her and find someone to take her place. I'll be a substitute whenever you want me. Ooh, ooh, don't you know I'll be a substitute whenever you need me. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Dis Lekker TV, Cindy Alter. Kuier jy lekker hierso by my? Hoe is jou Afrikaans?
My Afrikaans is nie so goed nie, maar ek verstaan meer as ek kan praat.
Maar jy ken al die vloekwoorde, né?
Ja, die vloekwoorde, of course. I learned those when I was a young girl.
Okay. Let's get serious for a moment. You went
Okay.
to America, you
Yes.
wanted to go out and conquer the world, and
Of
you,
course.
we LA and Nashville and whatever.
Yeah.
And then something horrible happened to you.
Yes.
And you got through it, and you're such a strong woman. I'm so proud of you. It's going to be in your new book. Tell us about your situation. What happened to you, and how did you find out about the cancer?
I'd just come back from a tour to Nashville and I was going to move there. I was very excited because somebody was interested in my songs and it looked like I might have got a publishing deal. And when I got back home, I'd been ill for a while, I'd been tired, I'd been drained, and I thought, oh, just because this business can drive you crazy, maybe I'm going crazy. And eventually I was diagnosed with acute myelogenous leukemia. And I was dying. I was very, very ill. And I had to go into hospital, of course. And I was due to come out here because Jared Aston had booked me to do a Heritage Day concert with Old Clout. So we were going to come back to South Africa. I was like, I can't be in hospital now. I can't have cancer now. I'm meant to be going to South Africa. And they're like, no, you're not going anywhere. So 9 months of treatments, hard times, but you know, you either say, okay, I'm going for this, or you just let it get you. And I just still had things to do, Barney. I still have this desire to play music my whole life, to write songs, and that's who I am. And I think that that's what got me through.
I remember I interviewed you on my radio show, and you said you were lying there and it was the end, and you said, I'm going to fight you, cancer, and you did.
I did. Yeah, I did feel like there was some dark times when I felt I was dying, and I thought, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go. I will fight until the end.
Tell me a bit about the book, all the Skinner. I can't wait. When is the book coming out?
The book is due, the actual launch of the book is the 3rd of June at Scoob's bookstore at Monte Casino. So that's the official date. It looks like it hopefully shall hit the shelves by May 25th, but I'd rather just say go to the launch. Barney, this book was something I've been working on for a little while because everybody I was meeting was saying, Cindy, you must have such a story. Why don't you write a book? So I started this a while ago, just taking notes and reminding myself of things. I wish I could have remembered everything because there were some funny stories. But you know what? More than anything, this book was about my personal journey. It wasn't to trash anybody or to say who was this or who was that. I tell my stories, I tell what I went through, but it was how a human being can handle things like this and still survive it. That to me was my journey.
And how long did it take you to write this book? I mean, did somebody sit with you, or did you write it down? How does it work?
Nobody
the
sat
process?
with me. Before I started, I spoke to an author, a guy who is a published author, and he said he'd help me just write out the skeleton of what I want to write. So no words of the book, but just chapter 1, you want to talk about this. Chapter 2, you want to talk about that. So he helped me sort of line it up. His name's David Chislett, and he's a great guy. He was so helpful. So once I had the lineup of what it looked like, I just started saying, okay, I want to start here and I want to end there. And then I started filling in the gaps. It took me about 3 years. When I started, I wasn't writing a lot. I was just writing here and there. And then I met this guy who said, I'd like to publish a book. And I thought, oh my God, I better finish it. So the last bit took me about 6 months and I was just writing like a crazy person. And then I finished it at the end of the year. and it's now in print. I can't believe it. It's going to be out there.
Bly net daar. Die legende Cindy Alta gaan nog 'n liedjie vir ons doen. Dit is van haar splinter nuwe CD, so moenie weggaan nie.
Lekker legendes.
Looking in the mirror at my face, remembering to read between the lines, conjure up memory, another piece of history of mine. I could turn my head and not look back. No, exactly who I am, but I'm not done with anything. I've just gone back to the beginning. I need more. I need more than this. She cries. I need more. I need more than this. She cries. Look into the darkness in your mind. You have everything you'd ever need to find. Spaces full of emptiness and corners filled with nothingness and all that wasted time. I need more. Oh, I need more than this. She cries. I need more than this, more than this. She cries, and the tears are falling down. There is water on the ground. She cries, but I need more. Yeah, I need more than this. She cries. I need more than this, more than this. She cries.
Dit is Lekker Legendes, Lekker TV. Ek is Barney. I'm inside your radio, and I know Cindy listens to my show Monday
do.
to Friday between 12 and 4 in the afternoon. Sunday mornings you love, huh?
That is one of my favorite shows because you play all the classics.
Yeah, closet classics.
I love all music. I don't only listen to old music. I listen to very new stuff, from country to serious hard metal, rock, all that stuff. I love music. So for me, I get everything I need from you because during the week you play the stuff that's on radio and all that, and then on the Sunday you play that show. And often I'll be just texting you, say, "Hey Barney, you rocking."
But then Cindy also performs right next to me sometimes at Monte Casino.
I
You're
do.
there quite often.
Yes.
And you know, we're going to talk about that song you just did, but that's one thing about Cindy Alta. She still plays at the small venues. You play at the casinos. You're out there, and that's what you love doing. And a lot of these bands, they don't want to play at these small venues, or they think they're too big for their shoes, or like, you know what I mean. And that's why I respect you so much. And people walk past, they go, "Wow, Cindy, what are you doing? You're playing inside." Well, outside a restaurant to a lot of people,
know.
but it's the passion, isn't it?
It is the passion, and I want to work for a living. I would rather stand at Monte Casino and play for a couple of hours than sit at home and watch TV. I mean, really. When I'm out there in Monte, I meet people. People say, "Hey, what's going on? Oh, I heard you had a book." And there's interaction. You know, I'm not hiding in my house and expecting to be a star in my own living room. I mean,
Yeah.
what is that?
But I feel like that. I open the fridge when the light comes on.
You see, you get excited.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
Daar's nog 'n bier.
No.
Dit was MD Greiling geweest en Cindy Alter voor dit. What was that song called that you performed? And tell us a bit about your new album.
This is the first solo album I'm ever doing in this country. I've never done a solo album. I've always been with bands. So this for me was something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I was with Alter Irving. Before that, in America with my bands. Before that, with Zia. Before that, with Clout. So it was time for Cindy Alter to just emerge from that and just be me. So I've been writing for quite some time. Of course, I brought some songs that I've written in America. I brought some songs that I've written here. Merged the whole bunch. And the message I found in all of this is that it's a strong, positive message about life. Some of the songs are quite dark, but there's always that hope and that faith that you can get out of this. No matter what you're being handed, you can get out of it. You know, so that's my life, and I'm writing about my life. And when I sing these songs, people come to me and they say, Cindy, I understood what you were saying there because I've had that experience. And that to me is when a song touches somebody. That's all it means to me. That's when I feel it, and I feel connected. Because when people feel it and they get the message. Because it's all very well to be a musician who's just doing it for yourself and I'm just doing my own thing, and they're on and on and on, and you go, oh geez, can you get over yourself already? Because I'm just not getting it. But then there's the musicians that reach out, touch you, you feel it, and you say, wow, that hit me, that I felt that.
So coming out soon, Cindy Alter's new book, her brand new CD. Have a sip on that lovely cup of, what is it?
Cup
what did we
of
put in there?
Chino.
Yes, enjoy it while we watch the next video. Kom ons kyk na die volgende een, dis Lekker TV. Welkom terug, Cindy Alter, the legend. Sy is hier so saam met my. So Cindy, the future for South African music. I mean, you've been around quite a long time. There are a lot of new musicians coming out. And also what I see, a lot of musicians teaming up together, different cultures, different races, and
That's
all
a
kinds
good
of genres, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So the future of music in this country, I mean, as far as you are concerned?
I think that everybody's just got to keep experimenting and keep trying different things. Listen, we all listen to certain things from other countries. We'll say, oh, well, I wanted to sound sort of American, like a little bit country or a little bit this. So, of course, we use that as a benchmark for where we're going. But I love original stuff. I love people who mix it up, try something new. You know, yeah, oh yeah, every song's got a banjo on it. So now we're going to do a song with a banjo because banjo's cool. Don't follow trends, you know, start trends, I think. But I think there's a lot of good talent here. Everybody needs to just brush off that little chip on their shoulders that they are, we South African. You know what? It doesn't matter who you are. You're here. This is where you're making music, so make it.
Make it. Dit was Karlien van Jaarsveld, Jakkals trou met Wolf se vrou. Ek is die
I love
Jakkals.
the name of that song. I think it's brilliant and I think it's a great song.
Ja, gaan lees so 'n bietjie Jakkals trou met Wolf se vrou. They're quite interesting bits and pieces about.
I like that very much.
All right, you're a big Led Zeppelin fan. Mojo magazine is out now, one of my favorite magazines. You have to go and read
It's a
about
great
it.
magazine.
Some good stuff. And while I go through these, do you want to read that?
Yes, please.
Okay, Wayne Hussey. Hy kom Suid-Afrika toe. Hy's hier so in Mei. So gaan sien hom by die Barnyard Theatres. Hy's in Johannesburg en in Kaapstad. Dis sy nuwe CD. Dan Albert de Wet. Dis 'n witwarm splinternuwe CD. Hy's nou uit. En dan, this is a legend. François van Cooke, hy was hier so saam met my so 'n paar weke terug. Dis sy splinternuwe CD. Arno Karsten sing hier so op en ook Karen Zoid.
Yeah, I heard that song,
Brilliant.
really good. Yeah.
En dan nog een, I'm a big fan. Bless Bridges. Al die Suid-Afrikaanse grootste kunstenaars het covers van al sy liedjies gedoen. Dis die Bless Bridges Tribute CD. Okay, Cindy, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your
Good
time,
luck.
Barney. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Can't wait to read your book. Can't wait for your new CD. And you know what? You're an amazing woman. You're so positive. And I love you lots, and I think a lot of South Africans watching now, they are proud of what you've done and what you stand for. We appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Cheers, geniet die naweek verder en ek is volgende week weer terug.
Lekker Legendes.